First of all, it's Robert Pattinson.
That's correct.
Is there a, because in England, I've watched interviews and stuff online, and they say Pattinson. Is that simply a colloquialism from England?
I guess. I mean, I guess it's more of a sort of American Patterson. Patterson's like a completely normal name. It's annoying. I think my uncle changed his name to Patterson because everyone spelled it wrong.
Everybody wants you to be Patterson.
Yeah, I know. It's irritating, I know. It's very irritating.
I am here with quite a famous Robert, and I'm going to illustrate how famous you are. If you go to Google, do you know about this predictive texting they have now on Google? Like, if you start to type in a word, it tells you what it thinks you might be typing in.
Yeah.
So if you type in Robert in Google, you're the first thing that comes up.
Oh, really?
The first thing. More than Kennedy, De Niro, Redford. Hold on, I wrote down a bunch of these. Downey Jr., Frost, Robert Frost,
That's
Wagner,
insane.
Plant. You're the most famous Robert in the world.
That's crazy, because there used to be a Robert Pattinson school in England, which I was always competing with on Google.
No kidding.
And I think they got the students to keep hitting their website all the time just so they could go above it. It's some private school in the north of England.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And now, does everyone assume it's named after you?
I don't know. I never asked anyone. I've always wanted to visit it though.
Wow.
But
Is there like
I tell people it's named after me.
Yeah, okay. Is there like a Jonas Brothers Elementary? And, hey, speaking of them, and you know what? Because of the radio job, we interview lots of pop stars and stuff. And I remember Hanson telling me, like, way back. You know who Hanson is?
Yeah.
Like way back when they were, just teenagers were crazy about him. I said, "Is there anything you wish for, like when you go out on that stage?" And Isaac said, "Sometimes I wish they would just shut up and listen to the music." Do you ever worry that the spectacle becomes bigger than the craft of acting? Like, I mean, it's not a new phenomenon for you because of Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, there wasn't so much screaming for that. But luckily, I don't actually have to do anything when I go to these screaming sessions. I just stand there and get screamed at. So I don't really feel any kind of... I'm not like I'm playing any music. I'm not saying anything important. I just just keep repeating myself and like people just keep screaming.
In our city, there are 3,000 people waiting since last night in the rain. This is not a new thing for you. This is happening in San Francisco. Tell me about San Francisco the other night.
Well, I didn't know anything about it until I literally just get told what to do. I turn up, and then all the fans are like, "We really appreciate you coming back." And I'm like, "I wasn't here yet." Like, I don't understand what happened. But apparently, people were like rioting or something in the mall. And they were definitely, I mean, they're so intense, the fans. Little girls are more passionate about anything.
Anything and everything.
Yeah.
That's what's great about it.
I know, definitely, yeah.
Now, there are many women, I mean, you're only 22. Mm-hmm. There are many girls your age that show up at these things, and some of them are way beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, while I watched just a homemade video of this on YouTube today, if you ever look out there and go, wow, she's really attractive, could you ever start something with someone who has such a high opinion of you going in that they would come to a mall and...
I'd love it. I'd love to do that. That's the relationships I'm always looking for.
Really?
They just come into it. The first thing they say is that they love you.
It's so much less work.
You don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything. Has it always been that way?
No, not at all. It started about 2 months ago.
2 months.
Yeah.
That's it.
2 or 3 months.
But you were a model, and you were doing pretty well. I mean, you've been a model since you were a kid, right?
Well, I was a model from 12 to 16 and I did about 4 million castings and got about 6 jobs.
Is that right?
I was terrible at doing it. It was good for acting though, because when you go into acting, you're just so immune to rejection. Yeah, and you get rejected so much in acting, and I just, you just don't care. I mean, as long as you don't have to just walk into a room like in a modeling casting, you walk into a room and they just say no immediately.
Wow.
And so. In acting, at least you have to actually put some thought into it.
Right,
yeah.
and they may not just discount you immediately on sight.
Yeah.
I was auditioning for this years ago. I just did it to try to make money because I lost my radio job, and I auditioned for a clothing company, and I walked in with with my agent, and the casting director said, "I told you I wanted tall, and I told you I wanted good looking. Why did you bring him?" And I'm like, "Hello, I'm standing right here."
I know, like. I got so many times throughout doing modelling castings, they were like, we're looking for someone more built. Oh, it's always more built when I'm like 13 years old. I'm just like,
How built can I be?
I know, I was just tall, so everyone assumed I was older, and they're like, yeah, you look too much like a girl. And I was like, okay.
Didn't your sisters introduce you as a girl? I heard a Claudia story. Is that true?
That was, I don't even remember when I told people that. That was when I was really little. Though.
Can't drink an interview, I'm telling you. It's a bad idea. It's a horrible idea.
No, yeah, they always used to, yeah, I had kind of long hair, so they always used to like, I have two older sisters, and I didn't really know what was going on, obviously, when I was a little kid, so I assumed they just, I was their toy.
Right. That tells me you're probably a good boyfriend, though, if you had two older sisters. You understand women, they got you in line.
I don't understand women at all.
Don't? Really?
I don't even understand my sisters.
Really?
Yeah, well, my sister, they're really close in age, and so they were kind of hanging out with each other, and I was just always this kind of freak
annoying.
at the